You know what? Let me not hit a singing bowl this time around. Miss Tulip, come say hi to the fans. Come say hi to the people. You have so many fans, Tulip. I hope this makes you smile, and I hope you have a fabulous reading, y'all. I love you so much. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope reading, Virgo, for September 2021, darling. So, regardless of how you identify as he, she, they, or other, darling, if this reading resonates with you, it resonates with you, darling, right? So, if you find any cards that do resonate with you, be sure to let me know in the comments below which cards do and how they do, because that's how we keep up with you, Virgos, through the comments. If you enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe as well, Virgo, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate it when you guys take that extra step to support me, Virgo. Remember though, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you, darling. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. Take the cards that resonate, leave what doesn't. I believe my readings are just here to give you some food for thought, a perspective to consider, never making the choices in your life. So enough of that being said, Virgo, let's just jump into your weekly tarot reading. I also did your monthly reading, which I'll leave a link to somewhere around here, darling, for you to be checking out. But let's see how you guys are currently feeling, Virgo, and then we'll get into your week. You have the Fool card. All right now, girl. This Fool card coming in here, you're stepping into a new chapter, you're taking a leap of faith, or at the very least, you have a strong desire to be taking a leap of faith, Virgo. Taking a chance with something, stepping into a new chapter, stepping into a new journey in some portion of your life. I like this a lot for you, Virgo. Queen of Swords coming in here. Ooh, baby, what is this turning into, darling? What kind of new chapter we talking about, honey? Six of Pentacles. All right now, Virgo. All right now. So regardless if this is in terms of a social situation or if this is in terms of a job situation here, you guys, Virgo, are in this position where you're just like, you're ready to have like a new journey, a new chapter in your life entirely, because whatever this old journey wasn't given what it needed to be given for you, Virgo, right? Whether the situation, if it's about a social situation, it probably felt as if you were the only one putting in all the effort. You were the one doing all the texting, double texting, triple texting, quadruple texting, honey. Don't be worried. I'm not judging you, darling. We all have our moments, but you're not getting any type of reciprocation, darling. If this is in regards to work, it feels like you were just putting in a lot of the work and a lot of work in, but you kind of realized that you were not being valued, right? Very much so that vibe of where it's just like you work so hard, and when you finally were asking for like a day off or some vacation time, you kind of realize that this situation is my cat in that. Y'all can't see it, but my cat is in her little hammock. Anyways, but in that time, and you realize that they just don't even care about you. You're just another number, right? They're not even paying you the amount that they should be paying you in. Regardless of the situation, because of the Queen of Swords coming in here, I do feel like it's just been kind of this build-up resentment that's been happening for you, Virgo, because there hasn't been this equal give and take. There hasn't been this, it feels as if it feels like you feel as if, Virgo, you haven't been being appreciated. You've been taken for granted, and you're just kind of in this place, darling, where you're just like, you know what, this ain't good for me. You know what, I ain't even gonna feed any energy into this anymore. I'm gonna just find something new entirely. You're gonna step into a whole new chapter with that Fool card, darling. So I like this a lot for you, Virgo. Let's see how this week progresses for you. Ten of Swords coming in here, so you are definitely completing this cycle one way or another, darling. Girl, I'm just about to be knocking over my tarot. This look like a tarot card. My crystals. Ace of Wands coming in here. And then the Justice card. What was I just saying? Virgo, what was I just saying, darling? Of where you feel like you're being not treated right, not being treated fairly. And then the Justice card comes in under your Six of Pentacles. This makes sense here. So with this Ten of Swords here, I'm not clarifying it, but it is under the Fool card. This lets me know where it's just like this isn't like some type of surprise, I would say, Virgo, for you. You know, these 10 swords stabbing your back didn't happen overnight, darling. These 10 swords was a progressive thing. And so it's definitely been a build-up process, which would explain why I would even say you probably have felt like this resentment really building up strongly in you just because of how long you've been dealing with this now. And so with this Ace of Wands here and this Justice card, I feel like that's exactly what it is that you're craving. You're just craving justice. You're craving equal treatment, right? You're craving just to be treated fairly, right? That's literally the embodiment of the Justice card. I would know it because it's the Libra card, darling, and I'm a Libra Scorpio cusp. I had to get that in there, darling. I feel like I always have to brag about how I'm a Libra Scorpio cusp because I'm just so proud about it for some odd reason. But yeah, Virgo, for you guys, like your eyes, your focus now is on. It's almost as if for you Virgos, I don't know if it just you needed to be pushed to this point, Virgo, or whatever the reason may be, where you finally are kind of being forced to value yourself at a higher point, right? Where you are no longer being embarrassed about asking for that raise. You're no longer embarrassed about saying. It's just being like, you know what, this friendship, this relationship, this just ain't for me, darling. You want something that's actually a lot more fulfilling for you. You want a connection that actually appreciates you, that actually makes you feel good about yourself, rather than having you feel like you're not even worth anything, right? You know, you're sending these quadruple text messages to this person when you know good and dang well, Virgo, that there's plenty of other people, there's plenty of other fish in the sea that actually would be loving to communicate and engaging with you, Virgo, but you choose to continue trying to give this energy, trying to give your energy, trying to give your love, trying to give all that you have into a situation that just isn't equally, that isn't just given what it needs to be given for you, Virgo, right? Same thing with job, right? Especially in this day and age, darling, right? Where many of us are no longer interested in working that 9 to 5, being severely underpaid anymore, right? So you have no problems at this point that I see for you, Virgo, especially with the 10 of Swords here, because 10s represents closures of cycles. You have no problem walking out that door and being like, you know what? I know there's going to be 10 more offers outside that door waiting for me, which there absolutely are, Virgo. 7 of Swords coming in here for you, Virgo. Then we have the King of Cups stepping forward. And then we have the Magician card coming in here. It's interesting how the 7 of Swords is under your Fool card and your 10 of Swords here. Virgo, I would really be saying that, like, yeah, I feel like this, you kind of just reached your breaking point with this. It is even starting to impact you emotionally. And I feel like whatever it is that you're stepping into is going to be fulfilling you so much more. Especially with this Magician card, you're taking matters into your own hands. So I have to just tell you this, Virgo. For those of you Virgos who are just hoping that, you know, karma is going to be handling itself, you know, girl, obviously I'm not here to dismiss karma. Miss Karma has her moment in time. Miss Karma always comes around at some point in time. But sometimes we have to put on that little hat of ourselves, put on that karma hat ourselves, and be like, you know what, Halloween is early this year, darling, let me dress up as karma. And you have to bring justice into your own hands. You have to take matters into your own hands, Virgo, and I see that's what exactly it is that you're doing with this Magician card here. Now I want to clarify with this, like, what comes of this, right? 3 of Pentacles. So as I was just saying, right, Virgo, you know, in terms of jobs, right, you're gonna have so many new offers coming in that actually are much more valuable to you, where you don't have to be begging for that raise. You don't have to be begging for to be appreciated, because there's just going to be so many other offers coming in here for you, Virgo. Even in terms of partnerships and connections, when it comes to relationships, platonic or romantic, right, you fill in the blank there, Virgo, depending on what it is that you're looking for, depending on what it is that you're craving. You're getting offers. You're not going to be left high and dry. King of Pentacles, and it's going to be something that's a lot more stable for you, a lot more fulfilling for you, Virgo. So I like this a lot for you. And then you have the King of Wands here. Can I not hold my cards, Virgo? You have the King of Wands coming in here. So you definitely, Virgo, you know, I would even be saying, Virgo, this is like a week of where you're probably like having a little bit more of a chipper to your step. Is that the phrase for it? Right? And you know what? You just started eating your Wheaties, right? The breakfast for champions, honey. You started eating your Wheaties and you started realizing just how valuable you are, Virgo, just how much you, like, exactly what it is that you bring to the table, whether what it is that you bring to the table in a relationship or a friendship or a job, right? You start valuing yourself. And because you start valuing yourself, Virgo, you realize just how many doors are actually open for you. And I feel like doors continue to open for you. Yeah, 8 of Wands coming in here. This is definitely a situation, Virgo, whatever this facet is delving into, where you feel like you're not being appreciated, where you feel as if you're being taken for granted, Virgo. Really take this as your sign that you're going to have so many opportunities, but you have to kind of you have to make space for this, Virgo, in the first place, right? These opportunities are not going to come without you changing things up, without you, to bring it back to your very first card, Virgo, taking that leap of faith, taking that chance as the Fool card, right? I always like to point out with the Fool card, the reason why the Fool is associated with the number 0, Virgo, is because you're stepping into a whole new chapter in your life entirely, which would make even more sense as to why you have that 10 of Swords there, because 10's representing closures of cycles, and because it's with the Swords, the closure of a cycle that really was just a disservice to you, darling, right? So let's get into some oracle cards with this. I feel like this card. Tiger card here. This is, girl, you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so. And really, the leadership role is literally you just taking the leadership role in your own life, Virgo. You realizing that you're going to have many more opportunities presenting themselves to you. You just have to be willing to take up the opportunity that is presented to you, right? Be willing to take that chance. Be willing to have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon, darling, right? Girl, these cards just spell themselves out for you, right? These cards just spell themselves out for you. I don't even feel like I need to be talking. I feel like I could just read off the definition of these cards and you're just going to get the same kind of message, darling, right? I don't even have to be projecting anything onto this. I don't need to include my intuition onto this at all, Virgo. You even already know this as well, deep down in yourself, right? You may not have known that you have so many opportunities that will be presenting themselves to you, because I guess that is my job, telling you that, Virgo, but you know that you need to be changing up. You know you need to be taking that leap of faith, darling. So when are you going to start doing that, Virgo? That's all. So let's get into your spirit guide and ancestral messages. Let's see what you got. All right, girl, I guess we already have them out. Let's see what they got to say, since they're so quick about it. You have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles coming in here, Virgo. The Ace of Cups. The Temperance card, as well as the Knight of Swords here. So the Knight of Swords, I always like to point out, while the Knight of Swords is the card, or is the knight, fastest moving knight, it is the knight that is the most reliant on how your psyche is doing, right? So if you feel good about yourself, if you are confident in what it is that you're doing, that's when abundance starts coming, right? With this Temperance card here, this showcases to me that you already are, like, you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the situation already, of like you taking this leap of faith. Like, you're already kind of like, you have 1 foot off the cliff and you just have to remove the other foot, and then you'll find out real quickly, honey, if you're gonna fall flat on your face or if you're gonna fly. Spoiler alert, darling, you're gonna absolutely fly, right? 9 of Pentacles here, I always say, it's a fabulous card for self-employment. It's a fabulous card just in general for you just be listening to your intuition, right? The thing that the 9 of Pentacles shares in most tarot artwork is that the 9 of Pentacles usually has some type of animal, usually an aviary, that I see this as the representation of your spirit guide guiding you. And so with this Ace of Cups here, like, this is new opportunity coming in here. This is your cup running over, darling, and feeling extremely fulfilled. And so, but you only have that fulfillment by taking that leap of faith, and that's when the forward movement actually starts happening in your life, Virgo. For some reason, I wanted to call y'all Pisces. I don't know if y'all are dealing with the Pisces or if you have Pisces in your chart, darling, right? But it don't make no sense for me wanting to call y'all Pisces, because I don't do Pisces readings until Thursday, darling. So you have the Page of Wands stepping in here, which is another card of new opportunity. Did I show you this? I don't think I did. And then you have the Knight of Cups coming in here as well, which is quite literally this sense of where it's like an offer coming to you, like someone coming with to you. Again, I wanted to call you Pisces, Virgo. Maybe this person coming in your life is a Pisces. Normally I'm not that kind of way, Virgo, but yeah, this really tells a story where it's just like new opportunity coming in just by itself with the Page of Wands, but then the Knight of Cups coming following suit right after the fact. It's almost like an offer coming in, whether it's in terms of job or in terms of just like courtship, darling, right? So obviously it's going to be different for each of you guys, but this only happens, darling, by you taking that leap of faith, by you starting to see if you start flying or not, which again, as I said before, you're obviously going to start flying, Virgo. So keep that in mind when you are going throughout this week, right? Because I don't feel like you guys are going to make that change instantly, right, darling? But you guys definitely, like, I hope this reading at the very least gives you that motivation to really start seriously considering it, Virgo. So let's see how people are perceiving you this week, Virgo. Let's see what's going on there, darling. We have the Ace of Swords stepping forward to you. Did I just call you Pisces? I think I did. But girl, I don't know why I'm so stuck on Pisces with y'all, Virgo. 5 of Pentacles. And then the 2 of Wands coming in here. So, Virgo, for this situation here, one more actually. High Priestess card. All right. So Virgo, yeah, just to confirm this as well. Yeah, I kind of feel as if this is kind of touching on, for many of you guys, what we were touching on with Aretha Franklin's pile we were holding here, of where you are feeling just frustrated with a situation that just wasn't very fruitful to you, no matter how patient you were with it. And so I see us tapping into this energy here. Definitely this sense, Virgo, of where whenever you start taking action, start really separating yourself from this, I almost feel as if this person's going to start noticing it and start trying to click back in as well, because they're not happy about it. Yeah, Hierophant here as well. Definitely this is someone that you committed to. Doesn't have to be in a relationship way, but this is definitely something where it's like, I don't want to say like a contract is involved, but it's just like there was just like this sense of like y'all working together on the same team, or like functioning on the same team, or at least that was the concept, darling. That was the hopes and desires. But for whatever the reason is, again, like it feels like you're the only one putting in that work, as Miss Aretha Franklin's cards were saying here. I named my skull Aretha Franklin, by the way. I don't know if y'all know that. But yeah, Virgo, I do see this as like once you start having forward movements, once you start taking action in regards to this and distancing yourself, I do feel like you're going to be receiving some resistance from them, not wanting to really let go of it. 5 of Cups coming in here, but you know, this is very much so a bittersweet situation where you kind of realize yourself that you need to be doing this for your own greater good. Empress card coming in here. Yeah, Virgo, you realize with this connection here, whatever this is about, you realize that this, you know, the season has passed for this connection, and if you were to just like prolong this any further, then it would just not be anything cute. It wouldn't be anything beautiful. It would actually be kind of just toxic to your own well-being, I feel, Virgo. So it does feel like you're really just checked out of this. So, you know, when you do start distancing yourself from this connection, if you don't want to be hearing from them, darling, and you're truly just disconnecting from them, do not be afraid of hitting that block button, because you're definitely going to be dealing with some resistance with this person if you do not block off communication, is what I feel for you, Virgo. So now, darling, before I close out this weekly reading for you, Virgo, let's get into Miss Barbara Walters' quote for you guys for this week. See what's going on here. And you guys have hope is the conduit for miracles coming in for you, Virgo, which I feel like is a pretty fitting card when you think about it, because this is, you know, as we talk about with the Fool card, you know, girl, you already know when the Fool card steps forward, and it's my favorite card, so I'm always going to keep babbling about it. The Fool card is stepping into that new journey, and so the Fool has the hope and manifesting a future for themselves, and so quite literally, it's through you taking that chance of where miracles happen, right? And you know, these tarot cards kind of spilled that story itself, right? You know, just replace opportunity with the word miracle, and that's quite literally what it is. The storyline played out as for your weekly reading, Pisces. There I go, Pisces. Virgo. Girl, I don't know if y'all are dealing with the Pisces or what the tea is with the Pisces. Like, there's literally no reason for me to be wanting to say Pisces for y'all's reading, Virgo. Like, at all. So, I'm going to just close this reading out, Virgo, for y'all. But I hope you found this reading helpful in some type of way. If you did, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Be sure to check out your monthly tarot reading as well, Virgo. And if you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, my website's linked down below, SimplyVelca.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that just being SimplyVelca, honey. And yeah, Virgo, I will be connecting with you sometime in the near future, hopefully without me trying to say Pisces the entire reading. I love you so much. I almost did it, Virgo. Bye, darling.